Today we had a ride with Jamila Abdullah from Tanzania, who participated in the time trial and is preparing for the road race coming Saturday. It's the first time to participate in the championships, and we are curious to know her perspective on the World Championships here in Rwanda. Help me, what was the best question you ever got?
Why do you do this?
Why do you do this?
Because oftentimes, like, I would talk about it and I would describe how painful it is, and it's so difficult. Why do you do it? If it's so painful, and I'm like, good question. Because sometimes when I'm doing it and when it gets that difficult, and I'm like, why am I doing this again?
Yeah, because you forget in the meantime.
Yeah. No, but it's just, I think pain is just a small fraction of the whole bigger picture. I think the feeling you get afterwards is so much more gratifying.
So far, what are the experiences? What is your feeling about Rwanda?
I've been to Rwanda a couple of years ago. It's very beautiful. I love it here. The people here are also very friendly, and they recognize the sport. And so, like, it's very heartwarming. It's so different from back home, where not everybody appreciate or respect the sport as much as the people here do.
And how do you like the fact that we are now for the first time the World Championships relatively nearby? For you, it was still traveling, but what does it mean for you?
I think it's almost like a dream come true, because when I competitively started cycling a couple of years back, and I would jokingly just go like, can you imagine if one day I was on a platform like this, like even if it just meant being on the same start line. And I had friends and acquaintances, and they were like, they would laugh at it, and they'll be like, I think it's too late for you for that now, don't you think? And I'm like, I mean, it's never too late, right? You never know. And so, like, now being here, and I almost want to go back and tell them, like, see, I'm here now.
How do you look back at your time trial?
I look back at it, and I think I gave it my best. It's not my discipline. We don't really have too many time trial races, so it's not something that I specifically trained for. And even the confirmations for this race came in slightly very late. So yes, I did focus on some intensity works and whatnot to kind of like expect, especially with the terrain that we already knew what we are going to be riding on. So I think I gave it my best.
And what do you expect for the race Saturday?
I don't know. I'm a bag of mixed emotions. I did the race Reke like twice. The two horrible climbs that were described in the route profile with the gradient and everything, they're doable. So I've done them now, so it's not going to like come as a surprise on the race. And I think my biggest goal is to like finish the race.
Rwanda is the first country to host the World Championships. How is it in your country, and what can Tanzania learn from Rwanda, or what can Rwanda also learn from you?
The biggest take home for Tanzania would be like, this is a big sport just as much as football is, and when I look at the population there, not too, like, apart from the normal cycling people, you don't have too many people who know about the sport. So us being here and like showcasing what Rwanda is doing and how the races have been, like, we've been trying to share so much content of what's happening here this week, just for them to have an awareness of like, oh, this is a big event and this is how, you know.
What could be the impact of this event for Africa in general?
I think it's just a big step in sport in general, because even in Tanzania, like, a lot of focus is more on football and less into such kind of sports, right? So this could also be a way to, you know, even at grassroots levels, like in schools, we could have like a cycling academy perhaps, or like have really young children like into this sport, like to show them that apart from football, there are other avenues of sport. So that's another, you know, opportunity that we could like tap into, and that's how you get cycling to grow. Because for me, like, I'm here now and then that's that. But then you want the next generation to kind of like take it up further. How do you do that without like showing them how far you could go? I think I would like to say that we might not have like the best of equipments, like the other. We saw the time trial. Some of us are still using, the old school bicycles and stuff, but we still have the same passion, and we still have the strength. So we don't want to be treated as like in a pitiful way, as like, oh my God, we're giving them an opportunity, but like we want to be treated as equals. And Africa is beautiful, Tanzania is beautiful, East Africa is beautiful, and would like you to invite more of them to come down and interact with us, and like would love to show you our roots, cycling, the cycling scenes in our country, and perhaps even invite like sponsors. We have the talent, but what we lack is the finances and the resources.
Thank you so much. Also, thank you for that we were able to join you on your ride, looking at the course. We wish you all the best on Saturday. We will cheer for you. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Looking forward to see you in the race.
Thank you.
Thank you.